To work along with this lesson, open the project 15A. Final Cut lets you use up to 99 tracks of video in your sequence. If all of them are full screen and at full opacity, Final Cut only plays back the top layer. But there are many ways to blend or composite layers. We've already done some compositing when we played with the opacity parameter in the Motion tab. But in this lesson, we're going to talk about two new methods: blend modes and alpha channels. Blend or composite modes determine how layered clips display based on differences between overlapping pixels. Take a good look at this first clip on track 2. We have black on white, white on black, and text that is 50% gray on top of a background gradient that goes from white to black. Depending on which blend mode we use, we'll get a very different result. To change the blend mode, go to Modify, Composite Mode, or Control-click the clip in the timeline and select Composite Mode. There are a lot of blend modes, but to get started with them, you really only need to remember 4: Normal, Multiply, Screen, and Overlay. If you can get these to stick, the rest will follow. Normal is the default, no blending. The image is fully opaque. When you start blending layers, there are 3 categories of outcome. The blend makes the image darker, lighter, or a combination of both. Right-click the clip again and select Multiply. I'll turn off wireframe so we can see better. The black pixels remain opaque, but the white pixels become transparent. So the net effect is a darker image, and white gets knocked out, revealing what's underneath. Now right-click again, and under Composite Mode, select Screen. The white pixels are now opaque, and the black ones transparent. So with Screen, the effect is a lighter image, and black gets knocked out, revealing what's underneath. Now try Overlay. Overlay is a combination of Multiply and Screen. To understand it, look at our top row. The middle of the spectrum, 50% gray, becomes invisible, revealing the layer underneath. Everything brighter than that gets Screen applied to it, and everything darker gets multiplied. These are the main blend modes, the ones that you have to know. The others you can learn by experimenting over time and learning what you like in a given situation. But it generally helps to think of them in terms of net effect. Like Multiply, Darken and Subtract make the blended image darker, with variations, of course. Like Screen, Lighten and Add make the blended images lighter, with variations. Like Overlay, Soft Light and Hard Light will combine the Screen and Multiply modes, but use different degrees of contrast. Difference is less predictable and is used less often than other blend modes. To understand the travel matte blend modes, we need to work with 3 layers. We have the background layer on track 1 and the foreground layer on track 3. On track 2, we're going to insert a clip to create a travel matte that will determine how much we see of track 3. A matte is a shape applied to a clip to determine a region of transparency. Travel mattes borrow the matte from the clip directly below, and the matte is applied based on either the luma, or brightness of the image, or the alpha, or transparency channel. Our background layer is the plane flying over the fence. Our foreground layer, the one we'll apply the matte to, is this color-treated grunge shot moving over the wire cage surrounding a pedestrian bridge. Luma is brightness, and here on track 2, we have a ramp going from a region of solid white to a gradient of white to black to a region of solid black. When we apply a travel matte luma, where there's white, the matte will reveal the clip on track 3. Where there's black, track 3 will be obscured, and we'll see track 1 underneath. Let's give it a try. Line up the clips. Control-click the top layer, and under Composite Mode, select Travel Matte Luma. Sure enough, we get a 50-50 split, with a gradual fade from foreground layer to background layer. Alpha is transparency. A typical video clip is made of 3 channels, red, green, and blue. But there's often a 4th channel, alpha, which blocks out certain areas of the image and makes them transparent. A good example is a clip created with one of Final Cut Pro's text generators. These have an alpha channel built in, so you can superimpose the text over another layer. If you don't see anything, it's because the text is black. Go to the View pop-up and change the background from black to checkerboard. To see the alpha channel, go to the View pop-up and instead of RGB, set it to alpha. Think of an alpha channel as a cookie cutter. The outline of the area we want to see is cut out. White is opaque, and black is transparent. Click back to RGB. Line up the clips. And on the top track, just to see the difference, select Travel Matte Luma. Because the text is black, all of the foreground clip is obscured. There is no luma or brightness on track 2 to create a map. Control-click again and select Travel Matte Alpha. The cookie cutter outlines on track 2 reveal the footage on track 3. Travel mattes are special blend modes that borrow mattes from other layers. We'll talk about matting and masking your clips directly in the next lesson.